Hello and welcome back to So Many Dice. My name is Pete and today we're looking at Merchants of the Dark Road. This is one of the games that started it all for me back in November. I seen the production value and I seen like how many things you can do, and it gets your brain churning a bit and it's quite crunchy. Before this I thought it was all like Guess Who and Monopoly. That's what I seen growing up. And then I seen this and I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. I'll bite. What's going on here? And this is, basically one of the games that started it all. It's from Elf Creek. It's 1 to 4 player and it takes like an hour and a half to play. There is a bit of controversy with it because people think there isn't enough like head to head. Like it's a bit too friendly basically. You're a merchant. You're going around the dark road, you are filling up your wagon, picking up heroes on your way, selling them some items, going to the market, getting more items, upgrading your items, and eventually travelling to try and deliver the heroes and deliver the items, gain victory points, gain money. That's basically the gist of it. So we will get into it. Go through player setup, go through your actions, take a look at this board. There's a couple of gimmicks to it which are quite cool. As you can see, mine doesn't sit flat anymore. The whole board is like a big puzzle piece in 6 pieces, and for some reason mine likes to stick up in that corner. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's have a look. Right, welcome to Merchants of the Dark Road. This is your player board. These are great, by the way. Look how cool this little cart is. You got your cart, you've got the town, got your different locations. Obviously your Ridgeway Inn, which is where your heroes are going to be, just getting drunk all the time. The Great Bazaar, which is your marketplace. Queen's Commission, where you can pick up all of your orders to deliver. The Dark Market is the seedy side of town. This is where all the shady stuff goes down, where you can get extra resources, sometimes quite cheap. You've got your 4 extra locations. These are double-sided, and you've got a couple of spares in the box, so you've got plenty of replayability. And every time you visit these locations, you gain the perk. But to get there, you've got to use an illuminated die, which we will get to later. And Yerg's Excursions, where you can travel to the ruins of Yin or just travel to any of the towns around it. Right, player setup. Everyone gets their screen, so you can hide behind it from everyone you're playing against. You start with 5 money, which again is quite cool. Your wagon, your 7 die. So we will roll the die. Add the 4 extras to your wagon to use for later on. Grab your illuminated die. Everybody starts with one of those. Roll it and store it. You'll also start with a horseshoe. Horseshoes are used to basically help you move around the map. If you want to go forward 1 or backwards 1, that's when you play a horseshoe. Let's roll the market dice and see what we get. And pretty bad roll. You're only allowed 2 of the same. So we use these 4 and roll that one again. As you start the game, whoever's first person gets to get a item, whatever value 5 is, so the highest at the time. So we will pick up one of our weapons and store it in our cart. The second player would go, they would get a number 4 and they receive 1 coin. If there's a third player, they get number 3 and receive 2 coins and so on. You'll receive one of these starting hero cards with the little icon in the corner to let you know it's a starting hero. Take your hero, add it to your wagon and receive the benefit. So ours says gain 2 coins. So straight away, I'm making money. And last but not least, you will get your steed, your trusted steed. So we're gonna get Lovebug. You see that? And you get the perk that it says. When you visit Jörg's excursion to travel to an outlying town, gain 1 lantern from the supply. Add into your cart. So, that's the setup. With the lanterns, you place them across the top here. You'll use lanterns when you go to Jörg's excursions and go travelling, but we'll go through all of that later on. Right, let's have a closer look at your wagon. So with movement, you've got these 3 locations. You basically pick one of the die and you push them through and gain the benefit off of these tiles. This is when you play your illuminated die, but for the blue ones go on the left hand side. So if I was to move here, for a start I would be able to move my cart on the map 1 location, and I'd gain the benefit of whatever die I've moved through. You look on this track here and you gain whatever item it is you've crafted, so you get to craft the same number. So basically I'll gain another pistol to my wagon straight away. Guns blazing. If I was to go through the middle one, I could gain a lantern or play my illuminated die. If I went through, if I went through the last one, well, I'm not there, it'd be going over there. Gain 2 coins and I can get to rotate the market wheel. But for now, so yeah, everyone starts over here and you get to move 1 location, which for me is just there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations that you can travel to, or you can use your illuminated die to go to one of the extra 4 locations. So the Great Bazaar, you can spin the market wheel or pay money to buy the items on the market wheel. So right now I can buy a potion, this staff, I think it's a staff, or the book. It is a staff, it says right there. So right now I can buy those. I can pay 3 coins for 2 staffs, I can pay 4 coins for 1 potion, or 1 coin for 2 books, which is a bargain. That's the Great Bazaar. Whenever you take all of these out, you just roll the dice, replenish, and you'll get a new market. You can pay to spin the wheel and change the market value. So if there's something you want but it's too high a price, choose that option, give it a spin, see if you get something a bit cheaper. Now because I'm here, I can currently go to the Great Bazaar or I can go to the Queen's Commission. It's basically whatever you're next to, it's the 2. So Queen's Commission, Jörg's Excursion, Dark Market, Ringway Inn. Ringway Inn, Great Bazaar. So we could go to the Queen's Commission and pick up a commission, but because we've only got 2 guns, I mean we could pick up one of these 2 because there is a pistol on there, but for now I think we're better off staying here and picking up some pieces. Or we could use our illuminated die and head there, but I'll commit to what I picked. I picked the 1 die, so this is my options, these 2 right now. And just because it's fairly cheap, I will buy these 2 for 3. So I'll get rid of my 5 and get some change. Never put your change behind your player board because you don't want anyone knowing what you've got. So we've been through the Queen's Commission. I'll go through Jörg's Excursion later. If I was to go down here and go to the Dark Market, you can pay a coin to move around the Dark Market. You have to move it once, but if you've got the coins to, you can move it more times if you want to. And you basically get to pick up cheaper items and pay a pound. Well, a pound. Pay a coin, sorry. I am from the UK. You pay a coin. The bottom one, you can either pick up a commission or you can pick up a deed. Sorry, I should have said at the beginning of the game, every player starts with their own deed card, so we'll take one of them now because I forgot. So if at the end of the game I have no upgraded items, I get 3 victory points. If I'm here and I want to go to the Ringway Inn, I can sell items to the heroes. Once I've done so, I could then take that hero, put them into my cart, and take them on a travel. Take them around the village and eventually over to Jörg's excursion and to wherever they're headed. So on your hero cards, you've got the items that these heroes want to buy from you. They come with a perk. So this one, and this one would give you an extra horseshoe. Remember, horseshoe is used for travel. This one is used for gaining lanterns. So when you want to pick up a hero, you pay the cost, put those items back in the main supply to get that hero onto your wagon. If you've got upgraded items that you wish to sell to heroes, you can gain a quartz and an extra coin for every upgraded item sold to a hero. Quartz are used for your companion cards, and we'll also go through that later on. So if you do get a chance to gain some quartz, do it, because you can gain some perks later on when you go traveling. So most of the time when you first start playing the game, you're going to move around and you're going to be headed mainly to these locations to pick up items, pick up Queen's Commissions, pick up heroes, and load up your wagon as much as possible. You can hold 3 Queen's Commissions and 3 heroes. Load up as much as you can before you go to Jörg's excursions, because then you can gain more perks in one trip when you get there. If you choose to use your illuminated die, you could then go to an extra location. So you've got your first location that you went with, number 1. So if I did go here for my first move and I went to the Great Bazaar and bought my items, I could then have the chance to go to the Oracle of Lumi. If I headed over here, I could get to the Iceberg Harbour and so on. I mean, talking about quartz, you can get down this corner, the Blazing Quartz Mine, gain some quartz, that's a good one. But I'm up here, the Oracle of Lumi, and all that means is, in that location I get to roll the Lumi die and gain whatever's on it, which is a hero. So rather than going in and getting a hero and paying costs, I would just then pick up a hero from the deck and it goes straight into my wagon. You could gain some quartz, you could go to Jörg's excursion, gain 1 item from supply, use your Lumi die again, or just simply gain some cash. Right, let's have a closer look at Jörg's excursions. You can go to 2 places. You can go to the Ruins of Yin, or you can go travelling just in general to these 4 locations. It's one of the 2. If you go up to the Ruins of Yin, first you get to move around this track, and you can move once, but if you've got, say, 3 other heroes, you can move it 3 times and gain whatever it says on there. So these are upgraded items that you can gain from the supply. If you get this one, it just means you can gain any item that you wish from the supply already upgraded. Or you can go over here and basically pay a lantern to roll the Ruins of Yin die, and again gain the benefits. So straight away 2 lanterns back. Gain a good, gain 2 VP points, gain a Queen's Commission, gain a hero, and some quartz. So when you go down here and go travelling to these locations, first off, for any Queen's Commissions that you've bought with you, you can gain points straight away. So if you've bought a Queen's Commission and you've got all 3 items, then depending on how many items you've bought, so if you bought all 3, you gain 6 victory points. If you've only bought 1, you gain 1 victory point. And you get 1 victory point for every upgraded item delivered. Each location has a perk on it, so 2 victory points per hero delivered, 2 victory points per hero, victory point coin per hero delivered, victory point and a coin for every hero delivered. This area means receive good fortune, basically. You now receive 1 or 2 good fortunes as the caravan leader based on the chosen route. 1 for travelling the dark road or 2 for travelling the shortcut. If you receive 2 good fortunes, you may choose the same fortune twice. So, number 1, gain 1 illuminated die from supply. Number 2, gain 1 available deed and its bonus. And number 3, gain coins. Simple. Gain 3 coins. And the last one is gain a wagon upgrade. So you take one of these and place it on your wagon. Right, let's have a look at preparing your caravan for a travel. You've got your wagon, you've got your commissions, you've got your heroes, you've got your goods, you are good to go. You're saying to everyone you're playing with, hey guys, I'm gonna go traveling. Who wants to come with? Step 1, you choose a companion card. The artwork on these cards are great. I mean, look at Little Dumpling. Little Dumpling is cute AF. You will notice there is some differences between the cards and we'll go through that soon. You then choose either a shortcut or a dark road. If you choose the shortcut, you do have to pay 3 lanterns, or you can choose the dark road. We today will choose the dark road and keep our lanterns for now. And what you have to do is roll a die for everyone that's going on this little trip with you. So you've got yourself, say somebody wants to come with you, you choose a companion. I'm going to choose Little Dumpling because it is cute AF, and I also get the die that's on Little Dumpling. You draw 3 cards, and the one on the furthest end, you basically put a die on. It's up to you whether you take it or not. You could go with just the 2, but we've chosen Little Dumpling and we get the 3rd. So you got your 3 die, you roll them, and the easiest way to do it is to place it just like so, so you know what you've got. So if you went down the dark road, the leader chooses first, followed by each other traveller in clockwise order. If you did go down the shortcut, the traveller on the leader's left goes first, followed by each other traveller in clockwise order. So because we went down the dark road, I get to choose, lucky me. And red is bad, blue is good, or black, whatever that is. I choose number 5. I would gain a potion or a mandolin to add to my cart. The other travellers can, if they've got them, use a lantern to re-roll and get another benefit, if they wish. Or they can just take the first option, which is lose 2 coins or an item from their cart. Once all that is decided, you are then free to carry on travelling down the dark road and deliver your people. Right, let's have a look at the companion cards. You've got 2 different types. You've got your loyal companions, which is the top row, and the stray companions, which is the bottom row. When you are going on a journey, you're going to pick a companion card and you can get either or. If you gain any from the top row, if you're willing to gift them a blazing quartz, you can then activate the perk at the bottom of the card. So you get a deed, you get a good, you get to deliver a hero, gain a hero, 2 lanterns, and so on. If you use any of the stray companions, you have to give up something to access the ability of the companion. Give up goods, give up quartz, give up horseshoes, give up heroes. These blazing quartz, you gain them when you can roll in either of these 2 die, the ruins die or the oracle die. The artwork is brilliant. Little Dumpling is gorgeous, probably the best thing in this whole game. The cat's quite nice as well though, but I don't think anything's going to beat Little Dumpling. And that's your companion cards. And there you have it, Merchants of the Dark Road. What do we think? Like I said, this is the game that kind of got me started in board games before all this happened. It's all right. It's good. I mean, the production value is really good. Everything feels nice. It's a good game. It is a good game. I think it's a very beginner-friendly game. There is a lot to learn. I know we got the rulebook out a few times, just double-checking things. Mainly the images, like what the little images on the board mean. We kept looking back, going, "Is this what this means? Is it or not?" But you get that with most games. You get that with nearly all the games, to be honest. I think it's a good game for a beginner. It's not very competitive, just because when you go traveling, you're asking everyone, do you want to come with? So you're making it easy for them. Like, they don't have to then get to Jörg's excursion. They can just be like, yeah, I'll come. Here's my heroes. Here's my Queen's commissions. Let's go and sell our stuff, and everyone's a winner. I think that's the main problem with the game. You should have to get there yourself and not let anybody come with you. If you want to go, you're going on your own. Let them worry about getting there, and let them worry about getting their own points. Don't help them out. When you get to the end of the game, you win by whoever's got either the most victory points or the most money, and you basically pick the one that you have the least of, which I'm not really a fan of. I've spent a lot of time being good at something and then go, I should have focused like a bit harder on the other one. I remember doing that the first game. I was so worried about victory points, I didn't focus on money at all, and then we read the end of the game and it was like, and it was just a bit gutting, you know? If I've worked hard just getting victory points, thinking money I can just spend here, there and everywhere, and that's not the case at all, it's a bit of a learning curve, and you find you've wasted like an hour and a half because you didn't read the rule book all the way to the end, or the person teaching you didn't explain that bit. I mean, if you want to be nasty, it's a good way of winning. Just don't tell them how to win. Just be like, there's your points, there's your money, let's see who gets the win. And then you can just easily be like, sucks to be you. But yeah, that's the only way really this game can be competitive. But no, it's a good beginner game. You get to learn a lot. You get to handle goods. You get to do a bit of card management. You get to do a bit of worker placement. It gets you scratching your head a few times, and all you're really doing at the end of the day is the same thing. Whether you're going to the Queen's Commission or you're going to go to the Ringway Inn and get your heroes, you're doing the same thing. You need goods to sell. It's that simple, really. I mean, you can get like the deeds that give you, like that for example, gain 3 victory points. But again, that doesn't matter if I've got, say, 50 victory points but only £10 in the bank. It's not a good day out. I think that's where it goes wrong. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on too much about that. This is Merchants of the Dark Road. 0 to 10. I would probably give it a 7. And most of that's just because of production value. This isn't even the deluxe edition, this is the bog standard one. And it's still nice. I know you can get upgraded coins that are supposed to be really, really nice. You can get the upgraded quartz, which are like little see-through plastic pieces rather than cardboard. Same with the lanterns. I know the lanterns are really nice little plastic pieces. But even on the base model, the base game, it's good. I was happy with it. I am happy with it. Will it stay in the collection forever? Who knows? It's not one we tend to table that often, even though we haven't had it that long, so that's probably going to say a lot in the long run. But for now, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon. Have a good one. and your commissions.